There are some brand new features in Canva that have recently launched, and they are all part of what Canva is calling its Droptober event. Some of these features are updates to existing content, while others are brand new. So we are going to hop into Canva and check them out. My name is Kat. This is Canva Catterday. Let's get to it. The very first thing you will notice when you hop into Canva is a new banner at the top of the screen. You also have a couple of new tabs here that are just below the menu bar. So we're going to click where it says see the latest launches to see all of the new content. At the very top, we have this new purple banner. It says Try Dream Lab. This is a brand new feature in Canva. Canva recently acquired Leonardo AI, and they are putting it to good use with this new function. So we're going to click on this, and it's a way to generate some really cool AI images by using whatever type of prompt you want to write. You can see right here, it says, describe the image in a few words, and you can then create that prompt. You have the option of what size you would like this to be, so you can change the size that you're going to have that output. You can also change the style. This is much more extensive than Magic Studio, which still generates AI images, but doesn't have all of these different styles. So this brand new Dream Lab function just expands on that. You'll notice down here, you also have some suggested content that Canva created using this brand new Dream Lab function. So up here at the top, you'll simply enter your prompt. So let's say I want to do a cute cat typing on a laptop. Now this is fine. I can use this to generate my image. And if I click here where it says Smart, Canva will try to create that image simply based on my prompt. But if I click it again, I can choose a specific style that I want that prompt to be, rather than having Canva try to diagnose that itself. I can use this prompt right here. However, if you go down to these images that already exist and you click on any one of them, I'll use this one right here. It says use. You can see that the prompt that Canva used for this image is much more extensive. When you're going to use Dream Lab, the more information you give it, the better, because then it can give you a much more accurate depiction of what that image should look like. So you can see here on this particular prompt, this is relatively long. It's got a lot of detail in this. So when you're adding your prompts to get your new images, you want to add as much information as you possibly can so that Canva can give you the best rendering for that image. So I'm going to go over to my notes because I went to ChatGPT and I asked it for some prompts that I could use here. So let me copy this. We're going to grab this prompt right here, copy this, and I'm going to paste it right here into Canva. So here we go. This is the prompt I asked ChatGPT to help me with. A whimsical digital vector illustration of a charming cartoon cat with soft pastel hues, and so on and so on. There's a lot of content in here, so when I ask Canva to generate it, it's going to be relatively accurate with what it gives me. So let's click on Create. I'm going to leave it on the Smart option for now. I'm going to click on Create, and Canva is going to give me 4 options for this image. I currently have it set as a 1x1, but I could also change that to additional styles. And here you go. You can see these fun images. It did a pretty good job of figuring out what I wanted based on the description that I gave it. Once you have these images, you have some additional options. You can click on these 3 dots and use it to create a design, in which it will open a brand new design for you. And then you can use this in a Canva design. You can also, let me go back a page. You can also click these 3 dots and edit the image, and maybe you want to change it just a little bit. You can delete the image or report the image if it didn't quite come out the way you wanted it to be. Now, what if I want to create this same style, but I want maybe a different size image? You can do that as well. So I'm going to click on the size option, and maybe this time I want it to be 6x9. So I'll click on that. And let's change the style a bit. How about let's try pop art. We're going to try that. And I will click Create. Canva's going to give me some more images, and we'll see if this worked right. I tried this in a couple different examples, and it kind of got stuck on the style, but it looks like this time it gave me some pretty good rendering. So here you are, more in like a pop art style. These are pretty cute. And then you can go ahead and use these in your Canva content. This is a really, really fun way to create some new types of graphics. Now, this is available for free and pro users. However, you have to keep in mind that there are limits to the uses. I am on the pro account, so I am allowed to have 500 uses per month. At the end of the month, that will reset and I get another 500. If you are on the free account in Canva, you will only get 20 uses for the lifetime of your Canva account. So you'll only be able to use it 20 times. So if you want to try the 500 option, you can just upgrade to Canva Pro, and then you'll be able to get all of those added features of having that for 500 uses rather than the 20 uses. And I'll put the link down in the description where you can try Canva Pro free for 30 days. All right, so that is our first option. Next, we're going to go to another feature. Down here, we have some updates to Magic Write. So I'm going to click on this. You get a fun little animation the first time you use this. And Canva also gives you this handy little guide on how to use Magic Write. So Magic Write has been expanded from what it had before. You can see down here, you have some brand new options for Magic Write that you can now use for your designs. So what Canva's telling you to do is to, hang on, let's scroll down here. Click on the Magic Write pencil and customize your prompt and then click generate. Well, now you have options to adjust how that prompt shows up. You can make it longer, you can make it shorter, and you can also exclude certain things with this new style prompt. So if you like Magic Write and you use it on a regular basis, this is a more of a modified version, a little closer in line with what ChatGPT does. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting closer to the style of ChatGPT. So you can write your prompt and then tell it you want more prompts like this, some more examples, or you can tell it you like that prompt, but maybe make it a little shorter or a little longer. So that is Magic Write. Next, we want to go over to Whiteboards. Whiteboard has a couple of new options as well. And I like this one a lot because I'm a little OCD and I like everything to be nice and neat. You can now organize your sticky notes in Whiteboards. So if you have sort of sticky notes all over the place and you don't want to drag and drop them to get them in a nice, neat order, you can now highlight your sticky notes and you can rearrange them if you want. So you can go down to aligning, and you can align all of your objects here. But you can also tell Canva that you don't want to have your notes all over the place. You want to maybe sort them by topic. So we're going to click on these notes, and I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to go over here to where it says sort. And now I have by topic, by color, by name, or by reaction. So let's say I want to sort them by name. This would be the name of that sticky note, and it will automatically rearrange them for me. You'll notice it also rearranged the graphics that I had attached to those sticky notes because I highlighted all of them at one time. So this is a nice little function now with Whiteboards to help keep that nice and neat. You can also add reactions now to your sticky notes. So if you have a specific sticky note right here, you will notice you have emoji reactions that you can add. You can click on that and add one of the preset emojis that are here, or you can add your own by expanding that emoji panel. Just a fun way to update your Whiteboards and make it a little more fun and engaging. Another feature of Whiteboards is that you can now take a Canva design and turn it into a whiteboard. So you would simply highlight the page that you want to use, you'll right click, and there's an option at the bottom that says expand to whiteboard. And once you do that, it then becomes a whiteboard that you can use to collaborate or brainstorm ideas with other people. And you can add sticky notes and other elements to this option and use this as a whiteboard function. So you no longer have to take that design, copy and paste it into the whiteboard. You can simply convert it with this new method. Let's go now to charts. There's been some updates to charts. They've got a few additional chart styles that are available. So if you use those in your design, Canva again gives you a handy little guide on how you can create these brand new styles of charts. If we go over to elements and go down to charts, we now have a bunch of different new charts, some and updates to these additional charts. You've got radar charts right here, and I believe some of these other charts are a little new. These scatter charts, I think that was updated as well, and then some of these area charts were also updated. So you can add your charts in here just like you normally would, but you have some additional functionality when you want to update them. Next up, we want to look at some new animations. So we're going to go over to animations. This works for video as well as photo animations. So if you click on an image and you click on animate, you have some brand new options right here. You have a brush style animation, gives it that nice little brush look. You have ink, which makes it look like it's this ink splatter. You've got digital, which is going to be kind of like a pixelated look. You've got spray paint right here. You've got sketch. And then the last one is a gradient. You can take these a little farther as well. So for instance, if I click on, say, sketch, as soon as I do that, I have additional options here. I can change the animation if it's both on enter or exit, but I can also kind of adjust the style. So right now this is on fill, but I can change it to maybe a squiggle and it will adjust there you go. See, it looks like a little more squiggle. It's a little slow. Keep in mind, this is brand new. I have noticed there's a bit of a lag with some of the new animations. So it's not just you if it's happening to you. You can click on swipe and it'll sort of brush in a swipe. If I click on scratch, it sort of makes it look like it's a little scratchy, like maybe with a pen. So all of these are new features with these new animations. Each animation has a different style. So I'm on brush right here. It has this curve. If I go to wild, it kind of makes it all over the place. Drip is going to give it like this fun drip look. And then swirl, well, maybe, see, it's getting a little stuck right there. It's making it look like it swirls. So you can click on each one of the animations and choose the style that you would like to use. Most of these are pro features. I believe if you're on the free account, you only get access to one of the styles. So the other three styles would be pro features only. So just kind of keep that in mind. And you can also do this with video. So let's go let's add a new page. And let's just put a video in here. Let's just grab any random video. We're going to put, let's go find a video. Let's just do this one. We're just going to add this video right here. And if I click on the animation option, you can see again, I still have these new options. So I can click spray paint and it will spray paint that in. And then here again, I have other styles as well for my videos. So not only do you have new animations for photos, but when you have a video animation, it gives you even more options for those animated effects. Once again, I've got squiggles. If I do gradient, circles, blocks, and lines, here's my digital one where I can do it sort of linear. That's kind of fun. Scattered. So both of these animations are brand new and you can use them on images as well as videos. Next, we have what's called Artlist, and these are high-resolution video files that you can add to your Canva designs. There's a whole bunch in this new library. If you click on it, it goes right to this Artlist page, and it shows you some of the featured content. They even have it broken down by collections, and some of the video content has even been added to specific types of styles like reels and presentations for you. It's already made for you like that. So if you want to find this when you're in a specific Canva design, you would simply search for that feature. So let's go do that. We are going to create a new Canva design. And let's just say we're going to do a video. And you're going to go over to Elements and you're going to search for @Artlist. And when you do that, it will then pull up all of those videos that are now available. These work really well for like B-roll or background content or intro or outro content. So all of these brand new videos are now here as part of this Artlist feature that you can use for your designs. They've got some really pretty ones too. A little tropical right there. They've got some animations right here. So you can go through all of these. There's quite a lot of them that you can go through. I really like this feature a lot because I like using video a lot in my content. Next up is popular music tracks. For those of you who make video content like Reels and Stories, you now have a brand new library of popular music. Again, Canva has given you some suggestions. They have already created some content here for you, but you can search where it says at popular music in your audio section, and you can add these audio files. Now, there are some limitations. They are limited to 60 seconds only. And you want to make sure that you read Canva's terms of service because not all of the audio content that's available can be used for all things. You want to make sure that you're abiding by those rules. You can't use it for promotional content, and certain social media platforms might not allow it as well. So make sure you do a deep dive into Canva's terms of content when it comes to these audio files. But I found that there's quite a lot of new tracks in here that you can use for your Reels and your Stories. And again, Canva is giving you a whole selection of suggestions that you can use for them. Another really fun update that they introduced is a Disney collection. I am a big Disney fan, so I really like this a lot. You'll see right here, it says add Disney content to your design. So we're going to click try Disney, and there are so many fun templates that you can use for greeting cards or maybe invitations. Maybe you want to do a party invitation. You can use these for all kinds of super fun things for your content. Because this is licensed content from Disney, there are some rules that you have to pay attention to. So let me click on this one. And I'm going to click customize. And let me just close this little window right here. I don't need that. So here is my main content. You'll notice on the second page, we have some additional elements. However, it says that we are only allowed to use these elements in the design, and we cannot export this elements page. So you have to be very careful with the Disney content. You can't just download these elements and then use them as they are. You would have to use it in conjunction with this Disney content. You can also not use this for business purposes. These are only for personal, non-commercial use. So you can't use them to promote your business or promote a sale or something like that because this is licensed Disney content and they're very picky about what their content gets used for. So this would only be for personal use content. You'll also notice with some of the Disney files that you have limited editing features as well. If I click on this image, I normally have the option for all kinds of editing. But because this is licensed content from Disney, I don't have all of those options. So if you click on edit, you'll notice that up here at the top, it says some photo editing features are not available for the selected image. Find out more. When we do that, we are taken to the licensing information for Disney. You can actually go to that by clicking on canva.com Disney/branded content and read the information that's there. It also tells you what you can and cannot use this content for. So just keep that in mind when you are adding that content to your designs, that you're going to be limited a little bit with what you can do with that content because it is a licensed product. Something else that's brand new is a new integration with Canva and Google Workspace. So let's click on Explore Canva for Google Workspace. And here are additional features that might not have been available before. You can integrate Canva with Google Drive. With Google Calendar, you can add some of your designs or even stickers to your Google Calendar now because it will completely integrate. With Gmail and additional editors like creating slides and workflows, docs, and things like that. So all of this can be added into your Google account. You would simply click where it says install Canva for Google Workspace. You will give it permission and give it your Google account, and then it will be installed and you can use it for all of those other different features. So if you use that content often, this is a great way to enhance that, because now Canva and Google are going to work hand in hand with this type of content. Another update that recently happened is with mockups. Mockups are a great way to add your content or product to a realistic looking mockup, and it just got an update. Now, I don't have this update yet. It has not rolled out to me, but I'm going to basically tell you what it does. So we are going to perhaps find an image. Let's see, a woman holding a phone. And let me go grab an image. Here we go. We're going to use this one right here. So what mockups will do is it will allow you to take this and put it into a realistic mockup. So let me add a new page, and I'm just going to do, let's say, cat. And just grab a cat image. Here we go. There's our cat. And then if we go into the app section and we search for mockups, we can then use a mockup to create our content. So maybe I want to create a mug. So I'm going to click on this mug right here. It's going to add it to my design. And then all I have to do is drag and drop my image on top of that mockup. So I'm going to add it, and it's going to put it right on that mug for me. And then I can adjust it if I want to. I can make it fill the space. I can crop it. I can flip it. I can do whatever I would like to it with that specific mockup, just like that. Well, the addition that they've added to this is that now you can create mockups with your own photos. You can see right here, I have an image of a young lady right here who's holding a phone, and maybe I want to put something inside this phone. In the past, you would have to put a Canva frame there and then upload your image and then pop it in there and then try to position it inside that photo frame right there yourself. It wasn't a true mockup. It was kind of, fixing it yourself. Now that doesn't apply anymore, because you'll find an option here at the very top. Like I mentioned, I don't have it in my account yet, but I've seen it in working practice. You'll have an option up here at the top that says create your own mockups. And then you can take your photo and turn it into a mockup, just like all of these other mockups that are here. So this is a really fun feature, and I'm definitely looking forward to this, because you can make it a little more on brand with your content. And rather than having a generic image here, you can put your own images there with you holding that content and then turn that into a mockup. The last update that I want to tell you about is probably my favorite, because it's been requested for such a long time. If you create any type of guidebook or workbook that has multiple pages, one of the sticking points was that you always had to add the page numbers manually. You don't have to do it that way anymore, because Canva has added an auto page number feature. To find it, you're going to go over to the text option right here, and you will see now it says dynamic text, page numbers. We're going to click on this, and we have the option to add our page numbers. You can add numbers only. You can add the word page and the number, or you can have page one of a certain amount. It's going to give you a placeholder image. You can see it placed that number 1 right there. So I'm going to bring this down to about here. And I'm also going to change the font to maybe make it a little bolder, and maybe just bring it down in size a little bit, say 32. Like that. And then you go back over here to your page option, page number. You can choose which pages you want those numbers to appear on. So right now I have it set to all pages, but you can deselect any of the pages that are here if you don't want it to appear there. And then you'll click done, and then click where it says apply properties to all pages, and you'll click it. Canva will tell you that it has applied those page numbers. And when you click on the pages, you'll now see them at the bottom or the top, or wherever you decide to put them, of all your pages. I am in love with this feature because I do create a lot of guidebooks and workbooks. So this is going to be such a time saver. One thing you need to note when you're using this page number option is that you need to make sure that you are in the proper view. So right now I am in scroll view. The page numbers won't work if you're in scroll view. Make sure you go down here to the bottom and click where it says thumbnail view so that you have your thumbnail options at the bottom here. And then you can go ahead and apply those page numbers. I'm very excited about this one. I hope you are too. If this was helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this in the future. That's all for this week. I'll see you next time.